Hello, everyone, and happy Financially Lit Tuesday! Back at it again every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m., bringing you news, tips, and tricks on how to wealth up. Thank you, everyone that is tuned in with me tonight. If you are tuned in, be sure to drop a comment in the comment section and also hit the share button so your friends and family and loved ones could tune in to this awesome wealthy knowledge as well, because we don't want to wealth up alone. We want to bring our friends and families along for the ride, y'all. So if you haven't done so already, follow the Sipping Wealth and Strategic Tax Accountant on all social media platforms, and also subscribe to the Sipping Wealth YouTube channel. All right, y'all. So tonight, this is huge news. A lot of talk in the media about this. A lot of people are wondering, like, what does this mean for me, right? And that is the biggest financial news, basically, so far, like within the coming months, that just happened, which is President Biden finally announcing to cancel $10,000 in student loan debt for all borrowers making less than $125,000 a year. So, and then for our married folks, it's a joint $250,000 for the year. So this is huge. A lot of people are like, yo, Biden, like, you promised us that we was going to have our student loan debt forgiven and what's going on. But finally, news came out that $10,000 of it will be forgiven for those in that income bracket. So that's less than $125,000 per year. For married folk, joint income of $250,000 per year, right? Or for the year. Now, they're saying 90% of the relief dollars is actually going to go to individuals making less than $75,000 per year. All right. So if you were a low income, like a Pell Grant recipient, that goes up even further to $20,000. So if you receive the Pell Grant, you get more forgiven. All right. So there's a pause also on student loan payments. Once again, y'all, now they are saying that this is the final extension, the final one, and this is until December 31st of this year. So December 31st, they're like, yo, we are done putting a pause on payments for student loans. So the Department of Education will be developing a portal, all right, for borrowers to fill out a form to complete by the fall to apply for the debt cancellation. All right, y'all. So they are creating a portal that you're going to go into to apply to get this debt cancellation done. All right, y'all. So yes, that is how you're going to go about applying for this this debt forgiven, this student loan forgiveness. So some people have been asking me, like, where do I go? Or is it just going to happen? Like, no, you want to make sure that you go and apply before the money runs out, right? Again, 90%, they're saying 90% of these relief dollars are expected to go to people making less than $75,000 per year. All right, y'all. So lastly, also, so they are seeking to amend the payment gap for undergraduate loans from 10% down to 5%. So a lot of people, got some crazy interest rates for, undergraduate programs, right? So if it was like 10%, they're trying to lower it down to 5% of borrower's discretionary income. So it depends on like what your income is. It depends. They're going to go ahead and lower the loan percentage down. So from about 10% to 5%. All right, and that's for the repayment plans. So depending on, they tend to figure out, okay, based on how much you make, all right, this is what your repayment structure looks like, and they want to go ahead and decrease it for those making less than a certain amount. All right. So, wow, y'all, what do y'all think about this? Like, what do y'all feel? How do y'all feel about this $10,000 forgiveness? Like, what are I know there's few people that are like upset about it. Like, oh no, I don't meet the income requirement, or maybe I paid off my student loans. Dang it, like, so what are your feelings towards it? So I really want to get y'all, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel. All right, so the longest term financial obligations we have had in existence today. So this is pretty huge. I mean, it's been a long time coming. A lot of people have been waiting on this moment to say, okay, like literally this was in the campaign. So a lot of people are excited about this. So the country has seen steadily increases of both tuition costs and students taking out loans. All right, y'all. So prices of education is going up. All right, and I tell that to my life insurance individuals. So my families, my even individuals that are getting life insurance and or they're trying to figure out their financial house. What does it look like for them? And I ask them, hey, are you planning on having children? What does education look like for your child? Because whether you like it or not, prices are going up. There's inflation you got to worry about. There's education prices. There's real estate prices. Everything's going up, and you have to strategically place your money in certain places that are going to help meet those demands in the future, right? So, like I said, the country has seen steadily increases in tuition and students taking out loans. All right, so that's because it's nearly ingrained in our society that we must go to college. You must have a degree. A lot of people are like, oh, in a lot of families, it's like, oh, you got to go to college. What is life after high school? College. So there is increased loans being taken out. So the New York Times actually reported a statistic revealed by the Obama administration that a majority of people holding student debt have moderate to low income, low balances. So a lot of people that actually have student loan debts don't owe that much. Like they relatively. I know some people are like, $20,000 is still a lot of money, But majority of the people actually have a moderate, like I said, moderate incomes, and they actually have low balances. All right, many have no degree. So a lot of people actually have student loan debts, and they've actually dropped out of public college or vocational schools after a few semesters and are still having to pay back those debts. So they carry little debt, but also do not get the benefit of having a college degree to help them pay off that debt. So they don't get that job in particular because that job requires a certain type of degree, but they still have the debt. All right, so we have about 45 million people, y'all. 45 million people owe $1.6 trillion in U.S. federal loans, and that's just taken out for college alone. Like $1.6 trillion, just right? So more than our car loans, credit cards, or any other consumer debts other than mortgages. So like that, college loans are heavy. All right, so by canceling some of this the student held debt, a window of opportunity is being opened for those who are suffering from like poor credit that's preventing them from renting an apartment or even getting a certain job, purchasing a home or a car. So this is going to alleviate a lot of stress in a lot of families' lives that haven't been able to take advantage of those opportunities because of that student loan debt. Holding that. So it would also help encourage those to pay off the last of what they have left. So if your debt is like $15,000 and you have $10,000 already forgiven, you're more likely to say, let me just go ahead and wipe out that $5 and just be done with it. So they do hope that it encourages a lot of people to pay off basically what's left, and that they'll have less predatory interest and policies and things like that when it comes to affording the American dream, your lifestyle and everything. All right. So now, if you receive the actual student loan forgiveness, some people are like, oh, I'm going to have to pay it back on my taxes, or they're going to tax me for this, or it's going to be income. reported on my taxes, you know, a lot of information out there. All right. I'm just going to make sure that I clarify this. So in preparation of this, Congress and Biden actually recently expanded the federal student loan forgiveness tax exemption when it passed the American Rescue Plan last year. So it's within the American Rescue Plan. So this would be the federal student loan forgiveness tax exemption. All right, so it exempts all federal student loan forgivenesses from taxation up until the end of 2025. All right, this means, y'all, that no one pays any federal income tax on the federal student loan forgiveness if it occurs prior to January 1st of 2026. Okay, this includes decancellations. All right, so this will not be reflected as income on your taxes that you have to pay income taxes on. All right, y'all. So even after, any other student loan forgivenesses is not subject to income tax until 2026. All right, y'all. So any student loan forgiveness stuff, things like that you can apply for, go ahead and get it out there. All right. So, however, Forbes reported 13 states, y'all, that could treat this student loan forgiveness as taxable income to borrowers. All right. So I'm about to list the states. I know a lot of people are tuning in from Florida, but if you have friends and family from these neighboring states, go ahead and let them know, y'all. You know, help them out. Send them this live. Send them the YouTube channel. Tell them subscribe. All right. So we have Arkansas, Hawaii, Idaho, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Mississippi, New York, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. All right, y'all. I don't know. And if you didn't catch that, you could literally do the rewatch and rewind. Okay. All right. This is what the IRS /state does when you have like regular loan settlements forgiven. So usually if you do have a loan forgiven, it's reflected as income on your taxes. So you receive like a 1099-G or 1099-C. Basically, you will receive a 1099 that says, hey, you have taxable income because you have a cancellation of debt. All right. So that could mean anywhere. So these state taxes could mean anywhere from $300 to over $1,000 in state taxes, depending on what state you live in. All right. So keep in mind that states would now be planning whether to propose a match measure exempting the borrowers from income tax, or they're like just like they did with the PPP. It's basically whichever state you're in. So I highly recommend you get a knowledgeable tax professional, i.e. strategic tax accountant. No matter which state you're in, we will be able to represent you and make sure that you have your taxes filed accurately, y'all. All right. So for now, unless you live in one of those states, you're in good shape for your taxes. So the jury is out, and there's economists on both sides as to whether this will increase or not affect inflation. Okay, so some people, I know all of us has felt the impact of inflation within literally the past year. Just the prices increasing, loan percentages going up, interest rates going up, things like that. So at face value, people who were unable to purchase homes or cars would be closer to doing so because they don't have that $10,000 extra in student loan debt. But we do have the possibility of an additional effect on inflation as well. So that would so it is, we'll see how it goes. Of course, some say economists are out there projecting what inflation looks like due to this federal forgiveness. But of course, we'll see exactly what it's like when this comes into effect. But y'all, to cap it all off, be sure to make sure that if you came in late, rewatch the live, share the live, share this knowledgeable information with your loved ones, your friends. Literally hit the share button. This is really important information. This is going to impact a lot of people. A lot of people don't know how to get the forgiveness. They just heard about it through social media, whatever the case may be. But I went over it during this live. So y'all, thank you once again for tuning in for another episode of Financially Lit Tuesday. And be sure to tune in every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. where I bring you news, tips, and tricks on how to wealth up. Thank you, y'all.